Greetings everyone, Stephen Martinez. We're at May 28th, Memorial Day 2018. This piece of artwork right here is called Apollo. I think he's framed quite nicely, don't you? And then over here, the other picture, the other masterpiece is Athena. We're out here in the morning in a park. I'm making a tribute to our military, our bravest and our finest, who are suffering in ways that are hard to explain. I am an embodiment of the Archangel Michael, which means I've been working night and day for probably 14 years now, anchoring the frequency and the vibration of the Archangel Michael the best that I can, and today delivering a message as he works through me. I've become an empty cup now that simply gets filled up by people, places, and things, and then I get to pour back out. And today I'm filled up by the military, who is suffering in a way that is hard to explain, actually, and you really can't explain it, because the last I heard, 22 a day are committing suicide. Military, 22 veterans a day committing suicide, and I've heard also rumors that it's even more than that. So not only is this a tribute, but I think only a proper tribute to the military is a wake-up call, is a loud-sounding trumpet, because this has to stop. This has to end. So I'm asking the Archangel Michael to be with us today. I'm asking High Creator to infuse himself through this message, through this beauty that you're looking at right now, and through my voice, as I allow the message to come through. 22 a day are committing suicide, guys. 22 of our brothers and sisters who have risked everything for us, thinking it was for our freedom anyway, are committing suicide, which means the soul has been compromised, which means the soul has been compromised. And the fact of the matter is, guys, most souls on this planet have been compromised by a very dark contingency, a dark group of beings that I've lost all patience with at this point. But they've done one hell of a job. When I say hell, I mean hell, of corrupting this planet and bamboozling the minds of humanity. 22 a day committing suicide, yet why is it not on every news channel in America? Why is it not all over the world, this information? Because this is a national tragedy. This is a national emergency. There is nothing more profound or distraughtful than this issue. Let's be honest, 22 a day committing suicide. If there was one person a day dying on this planet from bird flu, it would be on every news channel in the world. Why? Because they want to keep you in fear. They want to keep you paralyzed and in fear. And certainly human beings have just become so fearful, it's hard to comprehend. This should be on every news channel. It should be on the top of every conversation. The White House, guys, listen very closely. The White House, every day, should start every conversation with the fact that 22 American soldiers a day are committing suicide. And it should remain that same way. It should be the very front and highest topic and highest concern and highest priority of the White House right now, that this many people are committing suicide, that this many of our bravest and finest, the military, are committing suicide, until it changes, guys, until it changes. Why is this being ignored? It's by design, guys. It's by design. For a very long time, for decades after decades, they have sent out our military, okay, who are basically hypnotized vehicles at this point, just like the police force and all beings connected to the federal government, just hypnotized puppets running around, collecting money and doing the dirty work of the elite. It couldn't be any more obvious. But this pattern has been going on for a long time, guys. Decade after decade, they send our military out to do the dirty laundry. When they come back, they throw them in the trash, leaving generation after generation crippled. And the proof is in the pudding, guys. The proof is in the pudding. And now it's just reached this extreme level that can no longer be denied. You can no longer hide from this fact. The soul has been. Why would beings, this many beings, be committing suicide at this rate? Because the soul has been compromised. The soul has been compromised. The worst thing you can do for yourself on this planet. The worst thing you can do on this planet is kill another human being. That is a fact. Now the laws, the way that the spiritual laws work on this planet have been hidden from you. The levels of cause and effect and karma, that is a very real thing. Everything you do comes back to you. Every thought you throw out comes back to you, guys. This is the name of the game. So imagine when you kill somebody, it's got to come back to you. The military is but a body. The entire military is a body. It is one sword that has been misappropriated, that has been abused and misused. And so every time someone from the body kills somebody, they're all feeling it. But when you start mixing in then innocent women and children, which always happens in war. Just think about Iraq. Don't look past Iraq. Don't look past 9/11, guys. Don't ever look past 9/11. And don't ever look past Iraq, the Iraqi war. And what happened after 9/11, which was simply a betrayal. You couldn't get a more obvious demolition derby than that little satanic movie. Satanic sacrifice that it was. When you add innocent women, children, then the soul becomes extremely sick and crippled. Thus, starts committing suicide. And I will promise you, no medication. It's not post-traumatic syndrome, guys. It's soul syndrome. And no medication in the world, and no psychologist in the world is ever going to take care of this stuff, because it's soul business. It's not surface stuff. You know, that's all always has been and always will be working at the surface, guys. Psychology. You must go into the soul and pull these issues out, this darkness out by the roots. You must go into the soul and remove this darkness by the roots. Hey, Paula, no, stay there. We're shooting some now. Through light therapy and other healing modalities, help is on the way. But the most important thing for you to do for today is you must unplug yourself from the system. If you need a role model, if you need a veteran role model who has unplugged himself from the system, to then look at this from a higher perspective, to look at this situation from on top, looking down at it, which is the only way to perceive such things. You can't see it when you're in it, because you're in it. You must get above it to look down at it. Ken O'Keefe, the war veteran Ken O'Keefe, who unplugged himself from this dark matrix and this dark system, so now he can see clearly what 9/11 was about, because there's so much evidence there, guys, about with the Israeli government in their hand, with America to then go into the Middle East and wreak havoc. We went, guys, I told you, don't ever look past 9/11, don't ever look past the Iraqi war. We went to Iraq on a lie. We went to Iraq on a lie of weapons of mass destruction. They're laughing in your face about it, guys, shortly after. What did humanity do about it? Absolutely nothing, right? We knew it was a lie about a week or two later. What did we do? Absolutely nothing. Of course, the military does what it's told to do, just like the police officer, which needs to wake up to the birth certificate scam. So, you know, shortly after birth, guys, mom and dad offered you up in a form of child sacrifice, an adoption into the beast system to Uncle Sam through the birth certificate. Through the birth certificate, a very powerful, very binding soul contract, a corporate entity was created in your name. You became the food of this corporation known as America. It's not even a country, guys. It's a corporation, and you are its corporate entity. Your name spelled in all capital letters. You must go now. Military, police force, everybody in this planet needs to get out their microscope, its spyglass, to take a very close look at the birth certificate and everything surrounding it, profiling your straw man so that you can see your name spelled in all capital letters. You're going to start seeing it all over the place now. Letters from the government, letters from the police department, letters from the court system, the corrupt court system, the Luciferian court system. That's the black robes speaking the legalese, a language that you are not aware of, to bind you and trap you along with your lawyer and prosecutor, guys. This nonsense is over. Very dark soul business here, guys. This is an umbilical cord to the darkness. So why can't people see 9/11? Because you are it. Because you are it. You are plugged into it, and you are feeding it with your energy, your soul, your blood, and your money. Let's wake up to the game, guys. Just because you don't see the chains or the shackles on your wrists and legs doesn't mean that they're not there. I assure you, every April 15th, they magically appear. Stop being in denial of your reality. You, since birth, were guided away from your reality through the school system and through religion, which taught you to not pay attention to the details of your reality and blindly bow down to authority. Blindly bow down to authority. Those days are now over. It's time to take responsibility. And unfortunately, man has become crippled. For over a decade, I've tried to get grown men to look at their document, being their name is on it, and there's all these things around it. Immediately, when you realize about you didn't know, the fact that you didn't know your name spelled in all capitals meant something. The fact that you didn't know there was all these things attached to the birth certificate means everything, doesn't it? Doesn't that mean everything? Doesn't that kind of put the light bulb on and say, huh, oh, I didn't know there was anything involved with it. Well, there you go. 10 years I've tried to get grown men to look at the information surrounding the birth certificate, but I can't get grown men to take 5 minutes, the 5 minutes it takes to do that. And I realize why, because they're not grown men at all, but they are stolen children. They were children stolen at birth. So ladies, it's inevitably going to be up to you to do this yourself, because again, man has become crippled and has decided to decline his role as protector against dark things. Guys, when you turn your back on the darkness, it will kill you. We turned our back on the darkness. We turned our back for far too long on the darkness running this planet, and guess what? They pretty much destroyed the planet. When you look at the true information out there about the state of the oceans and the planet, they pretty much destroyed it while we sat around and watched. The darkness does not expand, guys, it contracts. And when you let a bunch of clowns, dark satanic individuals run the show, then you're going to destroy your planet. They're going to kill everything. That's their job. So on this day, May 28th, 2018, the best thing I can do, guys, I'm not here today with my music, with my wolves, with a couple of my latest swords. I'm going to put the music, something powerful, something majestic. I will lift the swords, and I'll do what I've been doing for a very long time, which is send out my most powerful tributes. I send out a hurricane and a tidal wave of my energy, always out to High Creator to do with it as he and she pleases. I live every single day as if it was my last chance to celebrate life and to celebrate Creator. And I've made that commitment. I made that commitment a very long time ago. And I assure you guys, when you make that kind of commitment, and I promise you, God is not boring, guys. They made it look very boring. They made it look dreary. Creator is not 2,000 years ago, living in a book. Creator is right now, guys. High Creator, life, energy, source, Mother Nature is right now. And it's calling to you right now to wake up.